360. Never fails. Actually, that's objectively not true. The Xbox 360 kind of failed a lot. It was a big deal back in the day. How are we doing in audio balance? Game sound good? This is Toree 2. Blind, eh? You're probably right, unfortunate. Me and Streamlabs will struggle till the end of time, I believe. Emulated Wii stuff with a real controller. Yeah, that sounds really nice, actually. I do have a Wii. The aqualounge has a Wii, rather. The aqualounge is going to play Wii games, and it's going to play GameCube games, too. It hasn't gotten around to it yet. I have all sorts of fun things planned. I have, in fact, a couple of master plans which are going to involve more hardware than you could possibly conceive of, that aren't quite ready yet. Will be soon. But what is ready right now is Toree 2. All I know about this game is that it's a platformer, that it's very cute. There seems to be, so far, a running theme here between Toree 2 and Aqua of little guys. This wasn't... My goal wasn't to run a little guy stream today, but I'll happily feature some little guys. I think they're quite cute. You have Toree, several locked characters. That one looks like a bowl with chopsticks. Hidden headquarters, palm tree. Oh, that's very cute. These are very, very classic Sonic. Aesthetically. Particularly the faux use of tile sets. I think it's very cute. Greetings, Rodrigatoni. Welcome to the aqualounge. Cable 2 is raiding with a party of 12 and I didn't even get a notification. Welcome to all of the extremely cool folks at Cable 2. Cable 2, honestly, is one of the things that inspired me to really... Oh, excellent! The follower notifications are now legible. Thank you, Streamlabs. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Cable 2. You have no idea how much it means to hear from you that this overlay is baller. Cable 2 is an always-on Twitch stream featuring several extremely cool and innovative streamers and VTubers. If you haven't checked them out yet, you should. But in the meantime, check out Toree 2. Oh, definitely a little guy. Did you hear that little guy noise he made? That's the noise of a little man. A little stinker. Oh, maybe it wasn't him. Maybe it was the Grim Reaper who made that noise. Thank you, Laholfson. The squatch and stretch on the little Toree is very simple but very effective. Oh, and the run sparks are extremely cute. Lots of good little touches here. This is all running in Unity. Very well stylized. Unity games are, depending on how you do it, decently easy to stylize, but it's no walk in the park. I should know. Oh. Fortunate. camera is interesting, that it looks like it's controllable, but it's very much intended to be over the shoulder. I don't think I can jump on that. Figured I'd give it 2 tries. D-Mail 103, is chuffed good or bad? I don't know. I don't think I've ever called myself chuffed. Curious. Thank you so much, the Cable 2 folks, for showing up. Means so much more than you know. Thank you to Parrot of Rose. Follow. Oh, and we have little jettison rings as well. Oh, but here we are. We have our flag. I see, interesting. There we go. Seems like the camera got a little disoriented there, compared to where it should have been. Didn't quite remember what the intended fixed angle should have been. That isn't to nitpick, I think this handles very well. Harkens back, at least to me, to the era of platformers where they weren't quite 3D yet. The 3D camera hadn't really been locked down. Games like Bug on the Sega Saturn, if anyone recalls that one. Yeah, I agree with Dominic here. The controls, the physics in particular, are very satisfying. Very well tuned. Sometimes the camera angle can be a little low for certain jumps. Like there, I didn't know if I was going to make that ring because of how pulled in the camera is. But also, I take leaps of faith in that sense, and they work out. Because, oh, that's a good thing. I see. Green is good. Green is good. Too bad I missed it. See. Very clear visual coding. That's fun. No, believe it or not, Bug is not the same as Bugdom. They're 2 different games. To add to the confusion, there is a Bug 2. Spells T-O-O. You know, love the 90s. Bug, for those who never played Bug, he kind of fancied himself a Gex. But I don't think he quite had the panache. This is fun. This is an extremely aqualounge game. Thank you to whoever suggested this to me. I cannot recall the present. Everyone loves shooting down water slides. Ever since Sonic the Hedgehog invented the first water slide in the 1990s. I wouldn't say no to running a forgotten platformers night. There are some that I have access to that other people really haven't run. Some ones on the Saturn alone that I can think of. Bug. Super Tempo. Willy Wombat. Oh dear. Balan Wonderworld, even the aura around Balan Wonderworld and everything involving Yuji Naka is an extreme Cognito Hazard. The things swirling around that game are so exhausting. And which is a shame because some folks that I really trust have found a lot to love in Balan, and I might want to give it a try someday. But I guess I should say Yuji Naka and all of the fan interaction around Yuji Naka and the drama at Square Enix is exhausting, and I really don't want much to do with that. Oh, very speedrun oriented. That's a good point. Was Spielberg a big bug guy? I'm not sure. I know Spielberg's involvement in games was very strange. He fancied himself, and I mean, eventually, he famously did direct his big video game directorial debut, befitting of Steven Spielberg. Boom Blocks. Nintendo Wii. Remember that one? Crickets. It's not a bad game. I shouldn't give it too much business. But it was a little bit strange. It is fun to play. And so I guess in that sense, Steven Spielberg did successfully direct a game. I shouldn't be so hard on him. Rodea the Sky Soldier. Now that's one that you'll probably be seeing on the aqualounge. I can almost guarantee it. For those who want to see an interesting saga of a game that went awry, another Yuji Naka joint, nonetheless. Almost like there's a pattern there. Look at the story of Rodea the Sky Soldier. That's an interesting one. A completely finished game, essentially. Oh. Completely finished game that never released and got remade. It feels like the camera should be adjusting here, and it isn't. Oh, see, I'm trying to adjust my camera. Is there a camera recenter button? Ah, L. There we go. Problem solved. That's on me. Not on Toree 2. Ah, very good. The camera button feels smooth as butter. Even the music's a little bit, sort of Sonic Generations, I suppose. That's not a bad thing. This is a phenomenal effort, and a game I've heard very little about. High marks to Toree 2. I think it might be one of my favorite games I've played on aqualounge to date. Also a game that would make very little sense to play with a controller. Or with a keyboard, rather. And much sense to play with a controller, which is what I'm doing right now. That almost wants me to, or that almost leads me to want to give Buck Up and Drive another playthrough, this time with the gamepad. I feel like I was probably a little bit too harsh on it. Playing with the keyboard. Oh yes, Steven Spielberg's involvement in Medal of Honor is an interesting one. There were all sorts of strange attempts to rope Hollywood into the game industry around the time of the PlayStation 1. Remember Bruce Willis's Apocalypse? That's a weird one. I give that one a ride. Oh, first Toree was in the first Haunted PS1 demo disc. Interesting. Well, honestly, I'm kind of glad that this game is a little more on its face and has less spookiness. Haunted PS1 demo disc truly is something amazing. For those who aren't aware, check it out. B rank. Hey, yeah, that's an improvement. C for cool. B for beachy. Let's say beachy. Oh, he gets a little Indiana Jones fedora. That's adorable. Well, my ranking should probably go up now that I understand the camera recenter. What is it with lava places and having a dinosaur skull? Dinosaurs died 65 million years ago. Why are there so many in lava pits? And why? Oh! Game has admonished me for my bad joke. Streams of molten marinara sauce. Shreds of cheese. I am curious what I missed in the chat, talking about Steven Spielberg and video games. There is another video game that I would like to run on aqualounge that involves Steven Spielberg's seminal classic Jaws. Maybe not in the way you'd think it does. Here's a hint. It's not terrible Jaws game on GameCube, Xbox, maybe PS2. It's not that one. Oh, right into the marinara. The Jaws does appear. And it is licensed. Have to tune in next time. I have sort of an obscure theme-streamed plan. There's a hint for you. Stream. Oh, yeah. I might have... C. Come on now. That's what C stands for. Come on now. That was a much better run. Oh, yes. Neversoft was working on a mech game. A prototype of that is available, isn't it? Or at least footage has been shown. I don't know if the prototype has actually gotten released to the public. Big guns, yeah. Well, if there is a public prototype, it could be an aqualounge contender. I'll give this one last run. I very much like Toree 2. Toree 2 is excellent. It handles like a dream. It does a fantastic job of keeping a 2D platformer's simplicity and sense of speed while absolutely operating in legitimate 3 dimensions. Perhaps it handles a little bit less according to orthodox convention than makers of a certain Blue Hedgehog franchise. Oh, makers of a certain Blue Hedgehog franchise would be willing to learn from. This is yet another one of those games that I think is a better 3D reimagining of a classic Sonic game than attempted reimaginings of classic Sonic games in 3D by the actual rights holders. It's so funny that Sega can't quite figure that out when fan games and Sonic-inspired projects like this game have figured it out time and time and time and time again. But also, Sonic the Hedgehog is such a big franchise. You don't know how many stakeholders are in that pot. You don't know how many people you have to satisfy. According to Sonic Frontiers, I think you have to try to satisfy just about everyone. Yes, bite-sized $1 games. Bite-sized $1 games. If you have any good bite-sized $1 games, I appeal to you. Please send them to aqualounge.tv@gmail.com, and I would love to take a look. Those are the sorts of games that I want to give a spotlight on this stream. Those are the games that deserve it. Well, it's a good chunk of Toree too, wouldn't you say? I don't want to spoil it all the way. I don't want to show all the levels. I want to encourage people to go and check this game out. Look up Toree 2. Available for a mere $1, itch.io. And with that said, I think we'll be right back.